Joining us now with more is Hawaii State Senator Gilbert Keith-Agaran. Thank you so much for being here, sir.
Hey, good morning, Kelly. Thank you for having me on.
Well, great to have you. So when you spoke with Marni a few days ago, you had mentioned you were going to be shifting gears to a search and recovery instead of a search and rescue fairly soon. At that time, 55 people were confirmed dead. Now that number's 96. What is the status of your current search?
We are now in a search and recovery phase, both in the water and on land. The FEMA crews did arrive this weekend, and on Saturday, they began their search of the entire area that was impacted. By the end of Saturday, they had covered about 3%. If you think of the area in 100 square grids, then you're thinking about 3 grids were covered. And at that time, I think the number had gone up to 93 at the end of that search. The last number I saw is 96. I think when you think of the grids, it's you have to think of what kind of structures are in there, whether it's just single-family homes, commercial buildings, apartment buildings. So as they move through the grids systematically, I think the numbers will be changing, and the number of kinds of structures will be changing. And I think everyone needs to brace themselves for the number of people we find in those spots that need to be recovered.
We certainly understand a lot of those buildings are older buildings. We're also getting word that some people will be allowed to return to their homes for the first time since these fires began. How do you believe, Senator, that will impact the assistance that is needed right now, if at all?
I think what the county is setting up is a system with placards where people will be pre-approved for entry into West Maui. A lot of people still have homes that are intact that they haven't been to for a number of days since the incident last Tuesday. I think with the additional presence of the National Guard, and I think the county expects that the movement into the area will be a lot smoother, and with more distribution spots set up, we expect that more of the aid will get to the people that need it directly. One good thing that has happened over the weekend is power has been restored for quite a number of people in the area. I think at one point it was talked about power not being available for months. But I think there's been yeoman's work done by the utility to do that within 4 days. I think the telecommunications carriers have been working really hard to restore some ways of being able to communicate on cellular phones, and that's going to help as well. I know that after the incident, a lot of people that were still in West Maui felt very isolated, felt like they weren't getting any kind of word and information. I think at one point we understood that the only way that people were getting any kind of information was by radio. And that's one of the reasons why the county of Maui has been doing a lot more communications through the radio.
Well, we are certainly grateful to hear that update, a major update in a dire situation. Our prayers are with you and all of those on the island. Hawaii State Senator Gilbert Keith-Agaran, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.